This cyber operations and risk management presentation has been brought to you by Luvana Suarez Salvadori, Jasmine Smith, Randall Ray, and Justin Swerkin of the University of Maryland Global Campus Cybersecurity Capstone Project. Topics to be discussed include the software assurance needs and expectations of the organization, key attributes of the software development lifecycle, supply chain risks, existing vulnerabilities within currently used software, software options and recommendations, as well as supply chain options and recommendations. The goal of software assurance is to maintain software security. If the software works as expected and has no vulnerabilities built in, it can be considered to meet software assurance. For New Zealand, it is expected that code development follows secure practices to minimize the risks of creating vulnerabilities for an attacker to exploit. Code should be developed in a secure environment for the same reason. It is also expected that a developed program has been tested before being deployed to make sure it works as intended in a variety of situations. Any code created for government use should not be open source or make use of open source code repositories, as this could lead to a greater risk of a cyber incident. The Software Development Lifecycle, or SDLC, has many stages, however 3 have been deemed key stages. Planning, testing, and deployment are all important to developing a finished product. The planning stage is critical to software development, as this is where functionality and requirements are discussed. Without a solid plan, development becomes difficult and more time-consuming as later stages of the lifecycle are reached or different models for software development are used. Testing provides the greatest opportunity to see how created code will function and if requirements are being met. It may also expose vulnerabilities in the code that can be fixed or mitigated before the final version. The last stage of the software development lifecycle is deployment. This is when a finished product is ready for use by regular users. At this stage, the software should work as intended with few incidents. Supply chain risks can be detrimental to any organization. Supply chains are targets and can fall victim to attack if security concerns are not addressed. The software development chain may introduce vulnerabilities into code if open source resources are used during development processes. Third-party input may also introduce vulnerabilities as they can be attacked separately and used to further attacks on organizations that use them. As time goes on, securing supply chains will only grow more difficult because of changing standards and business needs. There are existing software vulnerabilities on the network. Currently, these vulnerabilities give attackers an avenue to start or further an attack on network devices. Trojan horses and ransomware are both types of malware that have infected New Zealand systems. Trojan horses create backdoors into systems for attackers to use as they see fit, while ransomware locks down systems until some form of payment is provided to the attacker. These attacks can greatly damage systems and cause loss of confidentiality, availability, and integrity, which is critical to maintain in government settings. Unmitigated vulnerabilities can cause harm not only to the organization, but to other parties who may be involved during day-to-day operations. One software option we will discuss is Bitdefender's Gravity Zone Business Security. Bitdefender's Gravity Zone Business Security software is another option for antivirus software. It can be used on machines and servers running versions of Linux. It uses a central console for all administration purposes for both physical and virtual machines. Continuous monitoring, machine learning algorithms, and alerts for risk mitigation are the key features of the software. It can be installed remotely. Prices may range from close to $100 up to around $5,000, depending on the chosen plan. Kaspersky's endpoint security antivirus software works well between all the major operating systems and its other security products. Endpoint security specifically has ransomware protection built in by making use of continuous file scanning for changes in encryption. The software can be installed remotely, which saves system administrators time. Prices can range from as low as $500 to upwards of $10,000. This is the recommended software because of its ability to pair with other operating systems without the need for additional software. The ransomware protection also makes it a great choice for the organization. Logic Manager Supply Chain Risk Management software has a lot of offered features, including reporting, the ability to automate workflows, and risk assessments. The centralized platform allows for a view of all third-party vendors that are currently being used in the supply chain. Risk assessments can be used for mitigation of supply chain risks identified. The price for this software varies from small businesses to large enterprises, but starts at around $12,000. Resilink's Risk Shield seems to be a popular choice of supply chain risk management software. It uses several dashboards to manage all aspects of the supply chain. Each supplier identified has their risk measured by the software, which can be mitigated through the help of the mitigation library provided. This software allows for automated workflows and collaboration amongst team members who use it. 24/7 supply chain monitoring is also included via another Resilink product that comes with Risk Shield. While the price for the software is not listed on their website, it is the better option for supply chain risk management software as the company is widely respected. This has been our cyber operations and risk management presentation.